Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start with the channeling here for Bitcoin, where we are still looking our channel taken from the base here for this bull run from the 15k to the 120k, and we have of course our base channel already claiming a wave 3 finished, and of course after the correction we got a wave 5 getting inside the acceleration channel and exiting the acceleration and entering again the base channel to the midline here, and start to see of course something toward the upside as a final wave 5 potentially. In case we are on 1112s here, you have 34545 and this is your third wave 4, and you're looking for wave 5 still potentially towards the upside. This wave 5 is potentially here in several forms. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Still need one more leg to be finished, which we're gonna see it of course with the count. Another possible scenario, of course, it can be that you might have here a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or you are in an A, B, and a C here, and the wave C can be, of course, an ending diagonal as well. However, inside the channel right now, we are still inside the base channel, and also inside this corrective channel, which is, of course, a signal of weakness a little bit for Bitcoin here, and that this scenario might not unfolding, giving higher potential scenario here for the bearish scenario, which is an A, B, and a C expanding flat toward the downside. The wave B has hit perfectly the fib levels for wave B, and we start to move downward. There is some impulses over there, so we can count, of course, something impulsive downward. We're gonna see this also in the lower time frame. All what I want to mention here is that we are still, of course, inside the base channel and the corrective channel. So we need first phase to break this corrective channel. Second phase is to break the base channel from the top and to move toward the upside in case you are still bullish here. Now, if we start with the counting here for the bullish, this is the first scenario where you might have again our bull run here for this wave 5 is in 1112. You have wave 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 to finish a wave 3. Currently, you have finished also a wave 4, and you are finishing finally the wave 5. This wave 5 can be in this form 1, 2, 3 here, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3. Wave 4 given as a correction, and you have a double 1, 2s here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3 here, and you still have a wave 4 related, of course, to this one. So actually, I'm gonna put this count exactly for the main impulse here, meaning wave 3 finished there. So no need to put label exactly for wave 3. So we have a 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. Still can potentially unfolding here without the invalidation at 108k, not hit. And you're still looking for higher prices probably here in bullish. But of course, we need the much clearer answer internally and to see what's going to happen, of course, for this scenario. Before moving to the lower time frame, and even before moving to another scenario, don't forget again, the scenario where you have an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, so we don't want to forget this. You might still be bullish even if we dive a little bit deeper here in this ending diagonal. Perfect fib level for a wave 4 that it might be unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still to be tested in this area. Now, if we dive into the bearish scenario, the bearish scenario is an A, B, and a C, where you have finished, of course, your wave 1 over there as a bull run, and you're looking for a wave 2 as, of course, for a new bull run to unfold, of course, from this area. 67k for Bitcoin can be a very possible scenario, which is a wave 2 here, and then start to unfold something very, very bullish again for a massive wave 3 towards the 200k for Bitcoin. Now, basically, what we are looking at is a good start for this impulsive wave C, and exactly after hitting the perfect fib levels for a wave B in an expanding flat taken from the wave A to give us, of course, these fib levels. Now, the 1.38 is not hit yet, so it can be hit still. Even if we move for higher and we hit only 1.38, you're still in the range, of course, of an expanding flat here. Meaning, opening this scenario, which it can be that your wave B is an A, B, and a C here. The wave C might be a 1, 2 here, and 3, 4, and a 5. still looking as an ending diagonal hitting exactly the 1.38, even if it overshoot a little bit can be, and then unfolding again the massive wave C toward the downside. Now for this scenario, preferably for a wave 2, if we take also the perfect fib level for 0.618, but the wave 2 normally it can be anywhere. Yeah, so even it can be higher from here. It can start to move in ending diagonal from there. Okay, so can be also a possibility here that you're moving in an ending diagonal for this wave C in a wave B. Yeah, and then finishing wave 3, 4, and a 5, and then dropping down for Bitcoin towards the 67K again. So these are the possibility. Honestly, I don't really see a very bullish scenario here that it might unfold above the 130K. Well, it can be only this wave 5. It depends how much strong it's gonna be. Now, based on the wave 1 here, and normally the wave 5 unfolds is the same price. Yeah, so I see it exactly at 129K or 130K probably here, which is the highest possible scenario here that I see for Bitcoin, and then dropping down. And don't forget that this will not pass your base channel, meaning very unlikely even to call it a wave 5. Much more likely is that you might still be here in a wave B of an expanding flat, even with this high here, because you're very close to the 1.38, even overshooting it a little bit more. It doesn't mean that it's not, of course, an expanding flat. So, yeah, basically, I'm still, of course, looking for a bear market. Honestly, the scenarios here are tending to be much more bearish. Despite that, we might still look for a little bit higher. I doubt that we're gonna reach above the 130K. And if that happen, okay, it might be the wave 5 as, of course, finished bull run, which it can be, of course, bullish here, finishing inside this blue box. But at the end, anyway, you finish wave 5 and you drop down again for a new bear market. If this happens, you might be in a new bear market, meaning you finished a wave 1 here and not over there, and not over there. Okay, this is the difference, because if you finish here, you started a bear market already and you still have one drop for a massive bull run again. But if we finish a wave 1 over there, well, it's gonna be 2 years, 1 year and a half, 2 years of bear market, of course, again for Bitcoin to unfold a new bull run after 2 years. So yeah, this is the difference. I think we all want to see, of course, a faster bull runs to start again for Bitcoin, despite the drop that we're gonna get it from here or from there. It's the same. So preferably, of course, to get it from there and starting a bull run for Bitcoin again very soon, which is a very, very nice thing if that happens, right? It's a very, very rare opportunity for Bitcoin. He never did such a correction before as an expanding flat. It was all of them very sharp and strong zigzag towards the downside. But this time is very exceptional. And I believe so because it's the first cycle for Bitcoin that we see a very healthy crypto market, without any FTX, for example, scenario or the dark web scenarios that it happened before for the bearish market and so on. This is the first cycle that we see that it ends up here. We end the cycle with a healthy way. Nothing happened. Hopefully, nothing will happen even when we reach the top here. So basically, because I'm seeking for a healthy market, of course, like maybe we can get simply a simple zigzag again. So and not very strong move toward the downside. So this is the difference. So let's move to the 2 hours chart, guys, to see what's gonna happen on the 2 hours chart. Well, here is a very critical price action. Yesterday I mentioned that the possibility to be bullish here is a little bit low possibility, and be careful from the WXNY in a double zigzag, which is exactly right now what it has formed. Double zigzag, as you can see, with the X in between. However, if I'm wrong here, it might be, of course, several 1-2s, but which is very low possibility. 4 times 1-2s here. And plus, internally, yesterday I explained this very in detail, why this is not bullish, of course, with some educational content. I would like to explain it also on YouTube for you guys. So why I'm not really bullish here. So let me explain the reason exactly, and it's not like sentiment that I'm saying this. So basically, you started nicely, right? You start with 5 waves here, kind of like a leading diagonal, and then you get kind of like a wave 2 here, like A, B, and a C wave 2, finish exactly in this low, right? So the thing starts here perfectly with confidence. Yeah, in terms of psychology, we are very confident here. Okay, that something bullish might be unfolding. So everything looks healthy, everything looks nice, leading diagonal, and it gives confidence, of course, for the next price action, where we start to see something else unfolding, potentially as a 1-2, right? And once we saw this 1-2 here, well, the greed interfered here. As psychology, we start to see a greed, and here we go. It start to unfold something very, very massive in impulse here, because there was confidence plus greed. Yeah, so we see, of course, a lot of confidence and greed here unfolding an impulse toward the upside. Now, what happened after it? Of course, because we already have a lot of bearish pressure already still in the market here. Don't forget this. So we saw, of course, a massive impulsive wave after it. So at that point, there was a lot of sellers coming in already, and even, of course, some of them maybe start to hesitate the things who were like going up already. They start to hesitate the things, and of course starting an impulse. Now after this impulse here, there was a lot of hesitation in it, and we got, of course, another wave toward the downside, which is, of course, a wave C here, which it has invalidated this impulse. And this where the fear has come here as psychology. So we start to see a fear in the market and invalidation of this impulse 1, 2, 3. So what is your wave 4 and a 5 to complete this 1, 2? After that, we start to see, of course, more hesitation, more confusion here. Yeah, this is the confusion part as psychology again, of course, where we don't see a clear impulse toward the upside. And as a signal for this confusion, look at this wave 3. It is 3 waves toward the upside. You don't have an impulsive wave 3. You have a 1, 2, wave 3. Here you have, of course, interfered anyway. If this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, interfering, if this is your wave 3, 1, 2, 3, or ABC. And plus the wave 5, it didn't took the high, meaning, of course, truncation, meaning even worse. So the things are not really, of course, as you might see it from the outside, that it looks like several 1-2s here. But internally, of course, there are a lot of psychology here and confusion after it. Now here, after this confusion, we see a little bit much more confidence again, which is an impulse to finish, of course, potentially here a structure as ABC, where you have another ABC or WX and a Y here finishing. Now, if the things are going back to confidence, right, as you can see here, a very, very clear, nice impulse. If the things are going to continue in a confidence and, of course, to see much more higher prices, the first signal that you might seek for here is breaking, of course, this channel. As I mentioned yesterday, as a signal, I would like to see this channel broken, which is your downtrend here. And of course, I want to see a continuation for a wave 3 towards the upside, and not, of course, coming back down, because this is gonna unfold for 1-2s, which is a very, very low possibility. And if this happens, well, it might drop down, guys. So yep, so let's watch what's gonna happen. If the confidence is back to the market, we should break out. If we break out this decisively, then okay, I'm gonna call here potentially, yeah, better to call it even, I don't know, leading diagonal, because impossible to be in triple 1-2, and that means 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so this is the highest possibility, because internally this cannot be really 1-2s here. They can be turned into zigzags probably, but only if we get a confirmation that we are breaking out. Yep, so that was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.